So, hi everybody, and today I'm going to give you a lecture on what it is to shamanically journey. And shamanically journeying is the same as astral travel. Now, I've been trying to astral travel since I was a teenager, reading books about it in the back of newspapers, it was advertised. And I thought, wow, it must be awesome to escape your family and travel astrally. So I'd lay there on the bed, trying to get my body to my astral body that we apparently have to come out of my physical body. Now, I tried and tried for many years, had no luck. And then when I was around 24, I found myself becoming aware of everything spiritual and seeing ghosts and that kind of thing that I'd experienced in childhood, but never as strong. And so it was very interesting for me. And I started to go to lectures at the Theosophical Society in Gloucester Place, and of course, read their books such as The Astral Body by C.W. Ledbetter. And I still couldn't astrally journey, although I was aware of the astral world around me. And I went to live in New York and trained to be a medium under Reverend Ron Fredericks out there, but I still couldn't get out of my body. And then I started reading about shamanism, and I thought, well, it's the same thing. The shamanic journey is astral travel. And I again used to play drumming at night time and try and shamanically journey. And one time I had a huge experience where a leopard came to me and I rode on his back. The leopard took me up a tree, and then I was carried in the claws of an eagle across a mountain and landed in front of this Indian man who was drumming and apparently conjured me up. And then I was looking at him through the eyes of this cheetah and tasting meats that seem like sweet meats from the inside of a deer, something like that, and tasting the water. And it tasted amazing. I had a big, long tongue. I was very excited about this, so I contacted Simon Buxton of the Shamanic Trust. We had a long talk about it, and I was just about to go down there and do the training with him when it started to happen just naturally by itself, like the cheetah would come to me, and then I would journey using the tree as a portal. Then over time, through meditating with other people and journeying with other people, certainly the people that I met in the Truther community, I became able to do it at will. Now you shamanically journey or astral travel through portals. You can use a mirror to walk through, you can use water to dive into, you can use a tree to climb up. And the journeying is done through the upper world and the lower world. So if you picture the tree of life, it's the lower world, which is under Midgard, or it's the upper world, which is above Midgard. And it's also shown on the Kabbalistic tree of life, the journeying. Now, shamanic journeying is very interesting because the lower world is absolutely fascinating. You can get back parts of you that have split off. You can view the Akashic records, and also you can go and try out different things that they have there, such as gates to different time continuums. It's the world of the Nagas. It's a very highly spiritual world. And some people, so I've heard, now I'm not an expert on what some people call the jinn. Apparently, according to Brian Barrett, who is an expert on the jinn, it is called the calf. And some people, once they go there, they can't stop going there. They find it addictive and more exciting. And apparently in India, they're called the Agora, which is quite fascinating. And then, of course, the upper world, which you reach through a tree or a mirror or some kind of portal. I won't go into the ways that I journey because you can get attacked by different people who do this kind of thing that just block portals because they enjoy blocking portals. But you can travel to the upper world with the protection of your guides. And then when you have your guides in play, you can interact in the different dimensions with these different beings. And as long as you keep yourself straight and know who you're encountering, yes, you can encounter trickster spirits, but it's really rather like who you encounter in real life, just so you don't just look at somebody and think, wow, I really like how they look, I like their lip shape, I like the color of their eyes, they must be a good person. You go on your gut feeling and your heart feeling. Now, it's the same in the spirit world. If you encounter an entity, a spirit of some kind, say it says it's your friend. So I have a very good friend called Hugh Burnett. He was my best friend. He's passed over. Now, how do I know when I journey to the upper world or perhaps the lower world or perhaps just interact with him? How do I know it's Hugh and not a trickster spirit? Now, you just feel your heart and you feel your gut, you interact with them, you see how you feel after the interaction, and you just use all these senses to work out, is it a trickster spirit or is it who I believe it is to be? And after a while, this becomes like a very quick sense that you can quickly work out what's wrong and what's right. For instance, you might have a vision of the future and you might think, gosh, that looks awful. Now, that might very well be an attack of somebody else. You can tell if something is something being thrown at you as a low frequency bundle being thrown at you as an attack, or it's an actual vision by just pausing it and then going into it and feeling its consistency. Now, after reading The Astral Body by C.W. Ledbetter, you can become au fait with what the astral world is like. And I would urge everyone to do that, because after we lose our fleshly bodies and we pass over into the astral, that's the first bus stop after the physical. It's really a good idea if you're au fait with that realm. And that realm is a very, very interesting realm. I was talking to a very good friend who's crossed over recently, and they said to me, you really enjoy it being here full time. Of course, we've all been there full time, but when we reincarnate, we have our minds wiped. And so we don't remember, we have this amnesiac barrier. But it's very interesting to learn again about this liking it there. And this friend of mine said, you will really enjoy it so much more than the physical. You haven't really fared well in the physical. And the physical, of course, is all about money. And we think it's not, but actually is. If you don't make sure you're comfortable, there's certain energies here that come in that will make sure you're very, very uncomfortable. And so it is somewhere where you have to, at a very young age, not devote to spirit or seeking God, but devoting yourself to materialism, or you'll end up in the position I'm in. I spent my time looking for spirit, and of course, spirit doesn't really care whether you're comfortable or not. So it can lead you a merry ride, so your soul grows, but you're like, hey, come on, spirit, I'm in a position here where I'm not very happy, and then spirit will merely say back to you, we want your soul to grow. We're not interested in you laying around and feeling comfortable. So it can work against you to be highly spiritual when you're in a physical body, because of the energies that are here, that it can be, it's not really a socialist place. It's a very capitalist place. You can end up in a very scary position in life. And it's not for the certain people. I don't think it's for me to be here. I think I'm here for a certain reason, and then we'll go into the realms and really enjoy the realms. The realms, for instance, if you want somewhere to live, you really think of it, it appears in front of you, and there it is. There's no worrying about this or that. There's no having to be greedy just to survive. So it's a very interesting realm. It's also a realm where you can't lie, because it's a telepathic realm. So it's interesting for people that don't value privacy. If you value privacy, again, you won't do very well here. You'll be better in a denser realm. If you believe in everything's free, you've got nothing tied in your own mind, then you'll enjoy that realm a whole lot more. So this is the way it is with the astral realm and the denser physical realm. So I hope I've explained a little bit, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what I have to say, and also some questions on what else you'd like me to talk about in this room, or what other questions you have. So I hope I've answered a few questions anyway. Thanks for listening.